I've been hearing that these guys can guard me better than anybody else, so I just have to come out and show that I'm the most unstoppable player in the league.
As the third overall pick in the 2014 draft, Joel Embiid's career was questioned by many as he missed a total of 215 games in his first 3 years in the league. Since remaining relatively healthy from the start of the 2017-2018 season, Embiid has become one of the best big men in the entire NBA. Flashes of that potential was shown in Game 3 of the second round in the playoffs against the Raptors, and Embiid wasn't shy about it, providing us a highlight reel of celebrations. But how do we go from jovial Embiid, celebrating throughout the entire game, to this by the end of the 7-game series? What happened? Over a 2-week period, as the Raptors-Sixers series played out, various sports media personalities attempted to make sense of Joel Embiid's inconsistent and at times awful play. That became even more confusing with his spectacular performance in Game 3, in which he led the Sixers to a blowout win while posting a game-high 33 points and 10 rebounds.
The hardest part of this job, and I think you're starting to see how hard this can be, is trying to process, trying to decipher just how hurt or sick a player is, because you can't know, and none of us can know for sure what is going on with him.
I think Embiid is showing great maturity. I love the antics. I'm not going to kill him for the antics. Maturity and mental toughness by playing through this injury. It doesn't even look yesterday like he's injured.
But yeah, as the reporter was asking, his knee tendonitis was really flaring up at the beginning of the game. Game 2, he said he was having stomach problems, gastroenteritis. Now he's got an upper respiratory infection, really affected him in Game 4.
He's obviously sick, you know what I mean, or something's not right because he's...
So he had the flu in Game 2, it missed Game 3, and it bounced back in 4 and 5.
So you can't, like what happened in between those games? If you were healthy enough to put up 33.
While Embiid's various illnesses and injuries were the topic of conversation, what was overlooked was who was standing across from Embiid on his quest for an NBA championship. At the end of the 2018-2019 season, over the course of 158 career games, Embiid posted averages of 24 points and 11 rebounds on 48% shooting. These numbers dipped dramatically in the 7-game series matched up with Gasol, as Embiid posted averages of 17 points and 8 rebounds on 37% shooting. While this doesn't debunk the theory that Embiid was indeed sick, injured, or both, it wasn't the only time Embiid had been matched up against Gasol. Albeit in a different uniform when he played with the Memphis Grizzlies, Embiid did meet Gasol 5 other times previous to that series. In those 5 games, Embiid averaged 14 points, 11 rebounds on 34% shooting. Even worse overall than his 7-game series against Gasol. When discussing an elite talent like Embiid, it is easy to assume that some sort of physical limitation has led to inconsistent play. And as entertaining as it may be to speculate on how it's possible for a player as talented as Embiid to be hit with a slew of viruses and injuries that somehow miraculously took a night off in Game 3, it becomes harder to justify the likelihood that Embiid coincidentally had these same stomach bugs and ailments in his previous matchups with Gasol. Perhaps a young and at times immature player who said he'd stop talking trash.
I don't think I'm talking trash this year, so.
And within 2 weeks of the following season did this.
Here's Horford, blocked on the play. Wow, and look at this, whoa! And Embiid going at it with Karl Anthony Towns. And the bench is empty, my goodness.
Perhaps that same young player who rightfully thinks very highly of himself ran into a savvy defensive veteran, and his generational talent alone wasn't quite enough, just yet, to get him to a place, barring injuries, that we all expect Embiid to reach numerous times throughout his promising career. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more future videos, including what happened to Dwight Howard and what happened to the post-Garnett, Pierce, and Allen Celtics.